Kumbi here with the annual Christmas episode. For this year, I wanted to try to do something special, so here's the entire Christmas saga with the new episode premiering at the end. Timestamps will be in the description below. Remember to subscribe to me if you haven't yet. I gotta get back up to 100K. Thank you as always for watching me.
Hey everyone. This is Kumbi here, and this is a video where I talk about how I wish that I had never been born, like on that movie, It's a Wonderful Life. Only in this video, I'm gonna call it It's a Kumbiful Life, because my name is Kumbi. Anyway, it turns out, my parents didn't really, die in the apocalypse. They were just a Kmart or something. But, yeah, Christmas was definitely the worst day of my life ever this year. The first bad thing that happened to me was right when I woke up. When I woke up, I went to the living room with a puppet on my hand, and I talked through the puppet, and I refused to use my real voice, and eventually my dad got so angry he ripped the puppet off my hand and threw it right in the trash and screamed, "Enough is enough, what is wrong with you?" And I started crying. Then later on, after the family had gotten here and we were opening presents, I started crying again because I didn't get the right Ricky Martin poster, the one I asked for, because the one I asked for, it's like black and white, and Ricky Martin has a rose in his mouth, and he's shirtless, but I didn't get that one, and I started crying again in front of my grandparents, and cousins, and aunts and uncles, and everybody else, and then my mom pulled me aside and started lecturing me on how I was even lucky to have Christmas, and because those kids at the school got shot before Christmas, and I said I wish that I had gotten shot too, so I didn't have to live in this house anymore. But yeah, then she tried to spank me, but I ran around the couch, and she chased me around the living room, screaming at me, while the rest of my family just stared and looked scared. So yeah, she was chasing me up the stairs. When I tried to use this spy tactic to get away from her, and I jumped over the railing, and but I didn't jump high enough, and flipped over it, and then the whole railing just broke, and I was so scared I just laid there and pretended to be dead so my mom would feel bad, but she didn't feel bad at all because she just kept trying to spank me. Yeah, but I fought back by screaming and kicking in every direction I could. And eventually my whole family had to get involved in it. My cousins and uncles and my dad were trying to restrain me while I was crying and fighting them. I was screaming, "I'll kill you all. I'll kill you all if I ever get free." Over and over, and until I banged my head and blacked out. And I woke up here in my room like 15 some hours later and started making this video. So, yeah, Christmas was not that good this year. And I wish I was never born. You know, so I can, teach people a lesson about how to appreciate me, like the guy in the movie did. So yep, this has been Bigkhöcman. Wish I was never born to teach people a lesson. Signing off for now. See you all next week on an all-new episode of the Bigkhöcman show. Bye, YouTube.
Yep. First year, just about wrapped up here. Just finished up with my annual Christmas dump. It's the only tradition that I've got left at this point. So yeah, as most of my fans know, I was kicked out of my family this year after all of my antics culminated in a national news story, and I was detained by the US government. That's why I'm looking so rough, sorry. It's like these days you can't make a constantly escalating series of bad decisions without people taking it personally. I mean, what happened to the good old days when this kind of thing was considered funny and cool? Remember those Ernest movies? That guy was constantly getting into trouble, and everybody thought it was hilarious. But I have a similar series of comical misadventures, and I get arrested. But yeah, I was kicked out of college, kicked out of my house, the whole deal. I was actually banished from ever bearing the Stafford name again as well. Technically, my real name is no longer Kevin Stafford. My new legal name is just Kevin N/A. There's just an N/A where my last name used to appear on all my documents and IDs and whatnot. I was supposed to choose a new name, but I still can't think of one. I don't know, I was thinking of like Jim Steele or something, but I don't know. So just been leaving it blank for now. Yep. Year one, just about finished up. Yeah. This is actually my first Christmas alone, so it's kind of weird, admittedly. At least now I know for sure that Santa Claus was just my parents the whole time, because yeah, there were no presents in the morning this year, even though I left out the milk and cookies last night. It was just an empty apartment, you know, filled with the shame and loneliness of a man who destroyed his own life to become a Z-list YouTube comedian. Are we having fun yet? Are we laughing yet? I mean, all my roommates, they went home for Christmas, so I'm just alone here, spending Christmas in the loo. My roommates at my new school, they don't even like me or want to live with me. I'm basically like the school reject who everybody just kicks around and laughs at. But yeah, I guess you gotta take your lumps when you're a controversial artist like me. Van Gogh, he had to go through with this too. I'm just living up to the tradition, you know? I have to get kicked around my entire life and then die unhappy. And then 100 years after I'm dead, my work will finally be appreciated. Van Gogh, he was treated like a chump his entire life. Now his paintings are worth like a couple grand each. Even during a recession, you can always flip a Van Gogh on eBay and know you'll make a profit. Flipping Van Goghs on eBay is currently the only thing keeping my head above the water right now. Financially, I don't know. I've been thinking of trying to get a big score. Just trying to flip the Moaning Lisa or something. It's worth $100 million, so I buy it on credit, then I put it on eBay, mark the price up by $100. That's $100 profit. That's a whole month of dollar menu for McDonald's for me. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yep. The old Christmas season. Just thinking about how to spend my day since I have no friends or family left. I guess it's not so bad having driven everyone out of my life. I mean, wow. Everybody talks about how bad it is to go on a downward spiral and lose everything and end up as a lonely pariah talking to yourself in a bathroom. Wow, this is as bad as it gets? Come on, universe. Step it up. I could do this with my eyes closed. Wow, I have no family or friends left and failed to achieve my dream of becoming a famous comedian. Oh man, I'm so shook right now. Alone on Christmas, and everybody hates me and all my dreams are dead? I think I'm gonna cry. Not Borat. Remember that movie? Look at it this way. At least I still have electricity. I still have working plumbing. I still get to eat food sometimes. Shout out to the dollar menu. Oh, bad things are just going to keep happening to me? What if I just sit here with my eyes closed and don't do or say anything or go anywhere ever again, huh? Then I guess I won't be able to get in any more trouble, huh? Okay, that's kind of boring, actually. I kind of want to go throw eggs at cars now after being bored for that long, but you get the point. But yeah, that's Christmas for you. Think I'll head down to my local McDonald's. I just flipped a Starry Night recently and made about a 10 spot on that, so I think I'm going to treat myself today. Subscribe, comment, ring that notification bell, give me a like, follow me on Twitter at realbgkumbi, donate to my Patreon linked in the description. And for this week's BGkumbi witticism of the week, if you ever find yourself needing to use the bathroom but have no toilet, underpants are just non-sanctioned diapers. Thank you.
Year 2. And I ain't talking Chamber of Secrets. Harry Potter. Did anyone read those books? J.K. Rowling called for the public execution of transsexuals. Who saw that one coming? Cancelled! You're cancelled! Anyway, yeah, sorry I haven't made a video for a while. I've been away, just been away. I went on a little vacation. I got to go to Disney World with my roommates. I've been to Disney World before, but last time I went alone. I usually go in a wheelchair and pretend to be handicapped, and they let me use a special line and skip to the front, One time I accidentally hit a pebble and fell out of the wheelchair, and I just had to crawl around on the ground and keep the charade up, Everyone was gathered around staring at me, and no one would come near me to help me, because I was also completely naked. That was I don't know why I did that. I just worked out a lot the week before and wanted people to see me naked. So I got in the wheelchair and headed to Disneyland. But yeah. Normally my roommates don't let me go with them anywhere. I don't even want to say what I had to do to be invited. Basically, some threats were made and I had to dish out a few sexual favors to guys and girls. Then I cried a little bit, and boom, landed the invite. So here's a tip to anyone out there hovering around a friend group that doesn't want you around. Just drop down to your knees and start begging to be included. It works, and you can carve out a niche in the group as the pathetic desperate guy. Every group of friends needs a lovable loser to kick around for laughs. Chances are you can score a spot if you're willing to trade in your dignity. And this time around, I got to go on a trip, all expenses paid. I had to pay for everyone's expenses as a part of the deal to let me come. Man, I cannot wait to see the looks on the faces of those Disney employees when all my checks bounce. They're going to have to take Walt out the freezer when they see how much I took them for. Yeah, I didn't even sign my real name, so they'll never find me, you know. In the memo line, I wrote, "You snooze, you lose, suckers. P.S. Star Wars sucks, and Rey is a Mary Sue. If you think that's sexist, you're right. I hate women. If you want to find me and teach me a lesson, my name is Felix Kjellberg. I live in England and keep my doors unlocked and have a hoard of jewels hidden under my bed. Send a couple brothers over here to scope out the property, you know. My Italian supermodel wife is also left unattended for several hours of the day. You can look her up on wikifeet.org if you want a preview." Yeah, I had to write that in really tiny letters, but I got it all in on every check. But really, though, it's just so easy to game this society. Everyone trusts me because I tell them I'm the kid from Home Alone. That's my advice, basically. You just lie. All the time. Give fake names, fake background checks. If anyone calls you out on a lie, you just act really belligerent and start yelling. Believe me, no one likes a scene, and 90% of the time, people will back down from it. It works, so just trust me, okay? Anyway, yeah, here we are again for year 2. Alone again on Christmas morning. So here I am again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Thinking about swinging by the old soup kitchen later, getting a bowl or two. I don't know. Got a few things on the agenda. I gotta put on my prosthetic nose and fake mustache kit before going, though, because I'm banned from the soup kitchen after I drop-kicked the chili pot on Thanksgiving. They wouldn't let me fill up my empty milk jug with chili to take home for later. But yeah, I basically have a disguise for every single place that I'm banned from. But the problem is now, some of my aliases are banned from places completely separate from my normal self. So I have to have like 4 or 5 disguises per place. I'm basically never myself. It's a sad world, you know? When a man can't be himself. I even scored the old band from Disney World over the course of my vacation. But actually I was incognito the whole time as Jim Steele, so technically Bigkhöcman isn't banned, just Jim Steele. Yeah. Public masturbation was the charge. It's completely bogus though, because I was doing it as a joke. Yeah. You just whip it out on the Matterhorn to get everyone laughing and just watch how fast they're escorting you out in handcuffs. Luckily, I burned my fingertips off with acid, so whenever I get arrested and they print me, they can't figure out who I am. I just tell them I'm a foreign national, and thanks to catch and release laws, I'm back out on the street before sundown. I guess libtards are good for something after all. I get away with everything now in this upside-down, godless world they built. Thanks, Obama. Unironically. But yeah. Anyway, so did you hear about this? President Dornf got impeached? No. No! No! This was so crazy, man. All the white girls with markered-on eyebrows were posting videos, dancing on Twitter in celebration. Yeah. On 9/11, the Israelis were dancing on rooftops. 12/19, the e-thoughts, as I like to call them, were twerking on Twitter. It all rhymes. It's like poetry. Look that up, by the way. 9/11 dancing Israelis. Yeah, this whole 9/11 thing, well, never mind. I don't really want to get into it. It's this kind of stuff that got me kicked out of society in the first place. Okay, thermite paint. That's the last thing I'll say. Look up Larry Silverstein. That's the last thing. But anyway, back on topic here. Yeah. Yep. Christmas. I remember when I was a kid, you know, when Linus gives the speech at the end of the Charlie Brown Christmas special. I always thought, like, yeah, he's right, you know, that's what it's all about. God or whatever. It's God's birthday. I always thought, like, I should turn it all around. Start being good from now on. Just being a good Christian or whatever. Then the more I start thinking about it, I just think, am I going to listen to this guy, Linus? I mean, look at that hairline. And he sucks his thumb and he carries around a blanket. And you know he doesn't have the testosterone to clap Sally's cheeks when she's constantly begging for it. All my brothers out there know what I'm talking about on that one. Now, Pigpen, that's the man right there, you know. That's the guy I should be listening to. That we should be listening to. Doesn't shower, doesn't shave. He lives the Diogenean lifestyle. Tell me what he has to say. Give Pigpen 5 minutes on that stage to speak his mind. Nah, they don't want to give Pigpen a hot mic. He'll start going off, you know. He'll say something. Probably bust this whole 9/11 thing wide open. Yeah. Another show I always watch on Christmas. Rudolph, of course. Good old Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Probably the most hotly debated Christmas special of all time. Let me break this one down for you too. Because I always hear the same low-rent take criticizing Rudolph. You have a guy who's basically a loser, right? He's a freak. He's different. Everyone hates him at first, right? Then he saves Christmas and everyone loves him. The typical low-rent YouTube libtard atheist take at this point is, oh wow, they only like him once he's useful. Society, man. No, shut up, okay? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer can be taken as an allegory for the struggle of the artist. I relate to Rudolph to being like my hero Van Gogh in a lot of ways. You see, the artist is often a quirky, dissident individual who is reviled by society at first. Loser in high school. Never kissed a girl until he's 37. Sam Hyde, anyone? I see a lot of Charles Bukowski in Rudolph, too. A lot of James Joyce. Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. Flip through it sometime. So yeah. You have the artist, Rudolph. Spurned by society, right? He's laughed at by the other boys. Rejected from peer groups. Even that sassy snowman narrator has given him little backhanded remarks the whole time. And then, of course, he has his muse, Clarice, who he harbors a secret, burning passion for. So he sets off on his own. He's wholly removed from society, because the artist has to carve his own path. He meets others like him, Hermie, Cornelius, and he goes all the way off to the fringes of society to mix it up with the prostitutes, the pimps, the drug addicts, the derelicts. This is the island of misfit toys. He has to go to the fringe of society to understand and be able to wholly encompass the entire human experience. Are you with me so far, everyone? That's called garnering wisdom, okay? That's called eating dirt. He learns about everything beautiful and everything ugly, and his angst grows. His wisdom grows. Yet his longing becomes more and more painful. Someday he has to go home. Through his journey, he becomes a man with the fortitude to face a world that hates him. And he comes back to the world, and he's finally revered as a hero. Only once he's able to produce something of great worth. See, the guy who was the freak and the loser, through the pain of alienation and rejection, cultivated a hidden talent in solitude. What once made him a pariah is what gives him now the power to light the way. And he's rightfully beloved for it. Everyone wants his clout now, you know. YouTube atheists, they'll cry and wet their diapers over that, but all I see is how fair it is. It's an elegant design. Why should anyone love you if you're worthless and powerless? But yeah, that's my take on the whole Rudolph situation. I mean, don't get me started on The Year Without a Santa Claus. I wrote my freaking dissertation on that one. Heat Miser is basically an allegory for the industrial military complex. Then Cold Miser, he's like the Larry Silverstein of the Rankin Bass universe, pulling the strings from behind the curtain, literally, because they're puppets, but yeah. This is why no one wants me at their Christmas parties. I start waxing poetic about Rudolph and the room clears out pretty fast. Everyone in this generation just wants to smoke weed and play Game Boy Advanced SP. No one wants to read a good book these days or listen to rock music from the 1970s. Sit down, shut up, and don't interrupt me while I explain my Rudolph theory to you. I don't care if this is a party. I don't care if you're here to have fun. You will appreciate Pink Floyd. You will disown mumble rap, or we're going to have a problem. Okay, Boomer? Okay, Boomer? Don't you backsass me, boy! Then I just go into my drill sergeant routine. You drop and give me 20, maggot, or I will make love to your mother and make you watch. What? What did you just say? That will turn you on, soldier? Wow, you're sick! Get out of this society! Don't come back until you have a flashlight nose! But yeah. That's basically how it goes. That's another social tip for anyone out there, by the way. Watch some videos of drill sergeants and learn how to yell like that and just bust it out on anyone who tries to get snarky with you. 92.2% of the time they'll get embarrassed and walk away. I still don't understand the whole embarrassment thing myself. I just act like a complete obnoxious nuisance everywhere I go and feel nothing. I swear I'm the worst. I'm screaming my head off, burping in women's faces, pooping with the door open in public restrooms. People are always asking me, aren't you embarrassed? And I'm just like, ha ha ha, no, pretending I know what they're talking about. Because I really have no idea what it's even supposed to feel like, you know? Excuse me. Anyway, that's it. That's it for me. Merry Impeachmas. For now. When it goes to the Senate, party's over. And Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good afternoon? No, night. It's night, yeah. But yeah.
Bigkhöcman here. Once again, I'm alone on Christmas. Came out of the closet as pansexual around 2 years back. Got the old kickaroo out of my family for that one. And I've been roughing it ever since. The holidays are always the hardest. It's on days like these that I start evaluating my life choices, thinking about my career and what have you, having the existential crisis, you know? I mean, I've been avoiding it for so long. I couldn't even bring myself to make a new video here for so long because I've been trying to avoid the truth, trying to keep this charade going, but I'm just realizing it more and more these days. I turned 23 a few months back. I keep getting older. No friends. Blacklisted from my own family. Still looking like a Tom Holland man-boy twink well into my 20s. And yeah, if I got cast into a movie right now, I'd be playing a 10th grader. But the point is, it's already too late for me. I realize that now. I'm 23 years old, and I ain't done nothing with my life. My entire life. Howard Roark was only 22 at the beginning of The Fountainhead, and yeah, it did take him quite a while to establish his first architectural firm and start making some money, but at least he was on the right trajectory. For me, my best years are already behind me. Teen boy, comedy superstar, jumps right onto the scene, Bo Burnham style, gets a couple viral videos under his belt, you know? Makes a couple fat stacks. Now what? It's all downhill from here. No one wants to see the 40-year-old virgin, man-child, whatever, coming on YouTube, still trying to keep up with the young go-getters. Punky Brewster grew up, and she ain't so funny anymore. Doogie Howser grew up, but in my world there was no Harold and Kumar to save me. I'm like Gary Coleman, really. Cute kid. Making everybody laugh. Had his funny catchphrases. America's sweetheart. 10 years go by, and it becomes clear that he wasn't even a kid. He was just some weird, freakish dwarf man forever trapped in the body of a 9-year-old. And that's me. A freaky, freakish, dwarf man mutant. Pool boy twink. Andy Milonakis, 40-something-year-old 10th grader. Yeah. A perverted caricature of a human being. Just Tom Holland without the superpowers of the fly chocolate honey dips on my jock, you know? Did y'all see that movie? He got two fine queens fighting over him, and I'm supposed to believe he's a nerd like me that I can relate to? They're coming up to him like, "Hey Peter, what's that smell? You smell like hot dogs and mop water because you're white. But you still cute though." Yeah, he cute. I mean, come on. I just wasn't able to suspend my disbelief for that one. But, yeah, I mean, I'm 23 and my life is basically over. I missed out on all the normal developmental experiences. Going to the prom, never kissed a girl, still haven't lost all my baby teeth. I spent my teen years in the basement, you know, playing Dungeons and Dragons and posting on the Star Wars forums, dressing up like Darth Nihilus at Comic-Con instead of losing my freaking virginity. Now I'm gonna turn 25, then 30, then 40. Never having known the touch of a woman, never having even talked to a girl that wasn't a family member, a cashier, or a teacher. I'm already getting old. I'm fading fast here, I feel it. My reflexes aren't as sharp as they used to be. Those 14-year-olds that bully me over the Fortnite proximity chat, they outrun and outgun me so easily these days. I used to dunk on these squirts, but now I'm like the oldest guy in the queue besides Ninja. I go on Among Us, and I got a dozen squeakers roasting me in the mentions. Hey, Grandpa, get out the queue. Ah, my back. My back hurts. Someone get this fossil a life alert button, am I right, folks? Yeah. I mean, I tried to get my comedy career off the ground and just completely fell on my face. Bo Burnham already had 10 HBO specials by the time he was 15. Last week, I premiered my brand new act at a frat house open mic. Yeah. I thought it'd be funny to put melted chocolate in my pants before I got on stage. Then in the middle of the act, pretend that I crapped my underwear. So I pulled the chocolate out, and I was yelling, I crapped myself! I crapped my pants! It was just smearing chocolate all over my face and rolling around on the stage, just screaming and pretending to be a dirty diaper gimp. It was a performance so unfunny, so poorly received, so utterly embarrassing that I couldn't even upload it to YouTube and try to pass it off as ironic meta humor. In short, I tried to go on the big stage and premiere a new Andy Kaufman-style gag where I pretended to soil myself. It went over like a lead balloon and completely exposed me as a comedy fraud who wouldn't even last 2 seconds at the table in the cellar with the likes of Bill Burr, Lisa Lampanelli. Truth is, I try to be this cool, funny guy who always has a joke ready to go, you know? The class clown who always goes out there and just pulls off Tom Green-style stunts to get everybody laughing. But really, deep down, I'm just an autismo who can't even make eye contact or hold a conversation for more than a minute without having to talk about video games or cartoons. And half the time, you know, I try to get a laugh in real life. It just goes over like a lead balloon, and I have to beg people not to tell anyone what I'm really like and expose me as a fraud. 'Cause that's the truth. I'm a fraud. I'm not the cool jock. I'm not the funny man, always quick to the punch. I'm not the cool shirtless guy who can confidently get all the ladies. AOC blocked me on 20 different sock puppet accounts, you know. Then went to play Among Us on Twitch with that Persian date rapist and the fisting girl. Suzu Mojkiki would probably ban me if she even knew who I was. The only point I'm trying to say here is that the only reason I haven't been deplatformed yet, despite my insane, unforgivable behavior for these past 8 years, is because the powers that be have no idea who I even am and don't even care, you know? I'm not even seen as a credible enough threat to deplatform like all these other guys out there. And now it's too late. Yeah. It's just too late for me. So now is my last Hail Mary. I guess I just want to make this video to encourage anybody out there watching, any young teens or kids, don't end up like me. Don't aspire to be like me. You see me on YouTube and you think, hey, here's this funny guy, this famous guy, big YouTuber, making jokes, this famous millionaire YouTube guy, probably living like a rock star. But that's not anything close to reality. Just get off the internet. Get off 4chan. Okay? Go be a kid. Sign up for a sport. Make some friends. Delete Steam from your computers. Don't end up like me! Please! Please! You still have a chance! I mean, I don't want to do this stuff, you know? I don't want to give Bernstein more fuel to roast me with, believe me. But it's too late for me. I just got to keep my head down. Take my orders from my assigned government agent. Bake the Taylor Swift I voted cookies for President-elect Joe Biden. And just keep my nose to the grindstone. And that's it, man. That's my life. That's it. Just forget about all this crazy stuff I'm saying, okay? Just go outside. Be a kid. Make some friends. Yeah. Don't be like me. And yeah. President-elect Joe Biden fondled my nips in the locker room back in the summer of 14. Not trying to hashtag me to him here. It was fully consensual. But I believe the American people should know that he is bisexual and has a fetish for white Gary Coleman illicit locker room guy-to-guy encounters. I am the white Gary Coleman. And just for the record, everything that I just said about President-elect Joe Biden was a joke. It was satire. It was all part of this week's ironic soy boy millennial humor inspired by Tim and Eric sketches. So don't sue me for libel or arrest me again. You hear that, feds? I know you're listening. It was all satire. You hear that? I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. Yeah. Then it's just like the feds bust down my door here with a shovel like the creepy grave digger in the first Home Alone movie, and I'm just screaming. I just put on the aftershave and I start screaming. Ah! I stole a toothbrush! Yeah, on Free Toothbrush Day. Excuse me, ma'am. Is this toothbrush approved by the American Dental Association? Remember that? Yeah. Sorry. Can't stop myself from riffing because I know once I turn this camera off, it's going to be all tears. Yeah. Here we are again. Here we are again. Hear thee, hear thee. Back again, alone on Christmas, contemplating my poor life choices. What did I accomplish this year? Well, I became an alcoholic and made myself look like a jackass in front of just about every single person I've ever met. I did a quick stint in a rehab/lunatic asylum where I caught syphilis from a dirty public shower floor, so that was fun. I once again tried to hang out at the local skate park last weekend, where I've been warned time and time again by the local teenagers that I'm banned for trying to ride my scooter on the half pipe. So I got an atomic wedgie and another stern warning. Next time I show up there, they said that they're going to light me on fire like they did to that stray cat. So there's that to look forward to. Yeah. Let's see. What else? What else? No family, no friends, just the basics, you know? Crippling loneliness, despair, yada yada yada. You know how it is. I do have a few new things on the horizon. Hopefully something will work out. I officially signed up. I signed up to be the next black guy Jake Paul beats up. No money in it, but they're going to pay me with a hot meal and a handshake. I was told that I would also be allowed to rinse off in the sink at the venue, so it'll be my first shower in quite a while. Not allowed to use the actual showers there because of the syphilis, like I said, but yeah. I'm like the next big black guy who gets to go toe-to-toe with JP. Yeah. I know I'm going to lose already, though. It's actually written into my contract that I'm not allowed to win or fight back at all, so I figure I'll just walk into that ring with my head held high and take my lynching like a man, you know? I mean, to me, it's an honor just to get knocked out by the king. I just hope that I'm black enough that Jake Paul will still want to beat me up. I am only 0.0001% North African, but I don't know. You know, we'll see, I guess. So what else? I got a role in an upcoming Jonah Hill movie. I play like a dumpster diving gimp crack addict child predator. Yeah. I'm only in one scene though, no lines. I just get punched in the nards by the hero for a quick laugh. Since I have no lines, they're not paying me. Again, I just get a hot meal and a handshake. So yeah, I got a few stones in the old fire, so to speak. Later on, I'll probably head on down to the soup kitchen for my yearly free meal. I just love going down there. You know, my whole life I've tried and failed to be a comedian. Everybody says, you're not funny. You're a douche. You know, all that stuff, but whatever. Because the homeless winos and the meth heads, they're the only people I've ever met who actually, you know, get me and will laugh at all my jokes. I go down to the homeless shelter or to rehab or a mental hospital and I'm just like, I finally fit in. These are my people. Yeah. I just hope I'm still not banned from the soup kitchen for dunking my nards in the beef stew last Christmas. But, I mean, it's been an entire year. You know, the ban should have expired by now. If they kick me out, I'll just come back in my gimp suit. It's like a full leather thing, you know, covers my whole face up. I got to keep it from the movie and have been using it as a winter jacket because I can't afford to buy an actual winter jacket. You know, it keeps me toasty, mostly. Yeah, that rhymed. Funny stuff, yeah. See, this is the kind of material that I do at the soup kitchen right here. It gets a laugh about a quarter and a half of the time. I actually did get heckled and booed off stage at a soup kitchen open mic, and you know you're down bad when you bomb at a soup kitchen open mic. It's like I go on stage, do my act, walk off the stage, and go outside immediately and sit on the sidewalk and start begging for change. And people see me out there, and they're like, "Didn't we just see you on stage? I thought you were this big star." And they think that I'm doing like this Andy Kaufman style prank where I pretend to be destitute, but it's actually real. And I mean, that's just it, man. That's life, I guess. You know? Life for me is just like an endless visage of, endless gallery of nightmares. Just one horrific visage blends seamlessly into the next ad infinitum, you know. I am born, I suffer, and then die. So yeah. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. that's about it for this Christmas. I just used to think one of these years I'd come on here and have my whole life turned around, have a wife and kids, be killing it at the clubs, preparing my next Netflix special, money in my pocket. But now that I'm almost 25, my ego is almost fully dead, and I've resigned to a working class life of toil and hardship. I'm just like a postmodernist Russian author who dies in obscurity 100 years before his work is discovered and appreciated by the masses. That's me, I am Alexander Solzhenitsyn, Solzhenitsyn. Yup. Put that on my tombstone. Here lies Bigkhökman. ... Failure. That's what I want my tombstone to say. Anyway, I really hope everyone else has a Merry Christmas, for real. Sorry to put a damper on this whole thing I do every year. I know I do this every single year, but it's just a tradition, I guess. Got to keep traditions alive, but that's all for now. Tune in next week for an all-new episode. But for now, Merry Christmas to all. And to all, yeah. However it goes. Another dang Christmas. Naked and alone. Been scared of that centipede that got away for the last 6 days. My life's over. Didn't accomplish anything this year. Didn't hit the gym. Didn't make the videos I wanted to. Still ridden with adult acne. Balding. But there is one bright light in all this. I got an article in Raw Egg Nationalist magazine, Man World. This is actually a really big deal. Actual Hollywood. No more small-time little dopey projects. Tucker Carlton, newer Bin Laden, Alex Jones, and now Bigkhökman. I'm in the game. I may be naked and alone on Christmas, but I'm in the freaking game, and my article is going to blow all of you away, literally. I wrote all about my philosophy on comedy and saving the universe with laughs. Raw Egg Nationalist complimented my article and was begging me to submit any time I wanted to in the future. I told him I'd think about it, but I have a pretty busy schedule, as you can see. No real reason for me to be naked today, I guess. I was kind of hoping that Santa Claus would walk in on me, actually. I'm a freak exhibitionist who likes to show it off, especially to unsuspecting strangers. Yeah. The subway masturbator, the parking lot trench coat flasher, all me. Every single time you hear a story like that, all me. I'm a sick freak who deserves everything I get, to be honest. I've been a very, very bad man. Ruined many lives. I got a stack of bodies to my name. I don't know. I think I might be the actual, honest-to-God Antichrist. That's not good. But yeah. Now I'm just sitting here waiting for my Raw Egg Nationalist article to hit the shelves so I can actually have something to be proud of for once. I'm literally just going to sit here and wait. Naked. And yes, I am literally naked. No Santa hat or reindeer antlers or nothing this year. Word to the wise, though. Don't ever eat soup naked. I spilled a spoonful right on my nards. and was running around screaming, "Help! Help! My nards are on fire! Help!" It was at my grandmother's funeral, though, so that, yeah. I came in a suit, but got into the bathroom and stripped naked and got my hidden soup canister out, sat in the very back row. No one even noticed until I burned my nards. Then I got kicked in the nards by the local hero for being a pervert, and everyone cheered him on as I was taken away in handcuffs. That was the 56th worst day of my life. Hasn't been a smooth ride, but yeah, Merry Christmas. If you got family, friends, people that actually give a crap about you, cherish them. Don't end up naked and alone like me. Again, the naked part is completely my choice, so I have no reason to keep throwing it in there as if it's some unfair wrong that's been thrust upon me. But yeah, Merry Christmas. OnlyFans coming soon, actually. I need some more soup money. Kinda got a sexual thrill out of spilling soup on my nards and got a new fetish that day. So yeah, Merry Christmas, and to all a good night. And to anyone out there celebrating Hanukkah, yay 24. That's all I'll say. Your days are numbered. Those guys are going to make Kristallnacht look like a birthday party. I'm joking, of course, though. Lighten up. I'm an irony bro, you know. We make a few jokes here and there. But yeah, if Yay wins, it's over for you guys. That's just a warning. I'm not advocating for them or anything. Yeah, another joke. Everything's cool. Merry Christmas. And yes, Happy Hanukkah to all my Jewish friends out there. But yeah, Yay 24. Bye for now, and Merry Christmas to everyone. Well, here we are again. Another Christmas season. Another year where I have to look my demons in the face and realize I effed up. I screwed my whole life up here. Kicked out of my family 4 or 5 years ago now for coming out of the closet as sapiosexual. Bud Light stocks in the crapper. No girlfriend. No job. Swiftly approaching 30. Still never even talked to a girl who wasn't a teacher, a cashier, or a family member. You know, I tried to get on Fish Tank this year just so I wouldn't be alone for the holidays again. Got the old Left on Red by Goran Respatovic. I said, Yo, Sam, let me come in the tank, big dog. You know, I'll do some gay stuff for money. You know what? I'll do it for free. But yeah, I thought this would be my big year where I finally broke out, you know, as a mainstream YouTuber. I had my whole new song parody planned called I'll Be a Homo for Christmas. Song parody of I'll Be Home for Christmas. I'll be a homo for Christmas. And yeah. I pitched that one to Sam to premiere on Fish Tank. Got the old Left on Red on that one too. I was really hoping to do that one in the tank. Maybe sell some clicks on iTunes. I don't know. Get myself out of this financial glory hole that I carved in the bathroom wall of life, so to speak. I put that financial glory hole up in the wall of life, and a BWC came barreling through, begging me to suck it. And I obliged, needless to say. Metaphorically speaking, of course. I'm sorry. I'm getting way off track from the original point here. What I'm trying to say is I figuratively sucked off a guy at a glory hole, and that's a representation of my current life situation. That's as clear as I can make it. Yeah, though. Another Christmas alone. Another year my virginity count has leveled up. I guess in retrospect, though, I'm kind of glad that I didn't get into Fish Tank this season. The people on there right now, I don't know, man. They all seem autistic, like in the bad way. The fill up a rainbow dash jar with man milk kind of autism, and not the count cards in poker and become a millionaire kind of autism, if you know what I mean. I guess you could say this year, all I want for Christmas is, I don't know, maybe for something good to come through the glory hole for once, instead of another BWC. I'm tired of always sucking and never being sucked. And I just want to say, more than anything, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry I couldn't live up to the hype. Once upon a time, you know, I really thought I could change the world with just the power of comedy. Back in the good old days when I had all my friends around me, you know, Dylan and 3Pac and Papina and Schmitty, and yeah, Review Bra before he went and turned his back on me. Even Review Bra too. I always get this way around the holidays. I always think about what could have been, you know. I think about Dylan. He's my best friend, and I just wish that I could go back in time somehow and just prevent him from dying. And yeah, got rejected from Fish Tank. Rack up another L for old Kumbi, for old Kumbi here. I have to try and move on, I guess. Yeah. I just have to try to find a way forward through all this. Something went really wrong, man. Somehow I ended up in the nightmare timeline where all my best friends died, and I failed to become a famous comedian. Now I'm left. I just gotta pick up the pieces. But yeah, that's about it. I'm really sorry to ruin the mood on Christmas here like I do every single year. I'm still gonna press on, so don't worry about old Kumbi. Don't DM me asking if I'm okay. I'm okay. I always bounce back and try again, no matter what. Just live strong, you know? Remember that? Yeah, I might release a new series of wristbands myself. I don't know, we'll see. Just stay tuned. Keep believing in me, no matter what. Just keep believing in me. I can always try again. I can always keep trying, you know? Live long and prosper. Spock, remember that? Yeah, I'm really sorry. Bye. Merry Christmas. Goodbye.